Morning. How's everyone doing? How you doing? Low volume? Fix your mic yet? You fix your mic yet? Low volume? I think he's not available right now. No one.
What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing?
How's it going?
It's going good. Just trying to look good in here, like silently. You know,
Um,
it's
why do you call
stylish.
yourself low volume now?
Am I not low volume? I don't know. Maybe I'll
You
change it.
are,
I
but
am.
why? What is that like a psychological operation or what?
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right. Um, Same old stuff for me today.
Manny,
Just another work day. Somebody call me.
what are you doing?
Got it. Working, same old stuff. I work
All
every
right, all
day.
right.
Uh, I do have some days off, but it's not like it's like I don't know when the day will be, but it could be any day where I take the day off. It's not like I plan it ahead. Like people, like some people don't work weekends. It's like they just take the weekends off. Once Friday comes, they know they're not gonna work Saturday and Sunday. That's not me. I work every day unless some shit happens, then I won't work. 455. Wait, okay. Gotta look for an address. How about yourself? You working?
Yeah,
All right. Okay. Are you still in California or did you move out?
I've been in New Jersey. I've been in New Jersey for a while.
Okay, okay. You back in
since
the East
since
Coast?
21.
Whoa, that's been a while. Damn.
Yeah,
It's been that long? God damn. Okay, 455.
yeah. I think I
455.
left a little, just a little bit before Christmas or something. Maybe Thanksgiving. That's when I came back here. But I only fly on the 15th, so you know what I mean? I always know when I took the flight.
That's what's up.
I don't know. I
Did you
forget
like
most
it?
things. I'll only fly on this one day. That way I'll always know when I am. It seemed genius at the time, actually.
To find parking. Don't you hate it when they lure into a fucking place and there's no fucking parking? That's what I'm facing right now. No fucking parking.
That's what you're going through, huh?
Yeah, right now, yeah. So now I gotta put on my thinking cap.
You never
I
really
just
know if
smoked out
there's no
some.
parking or, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know if you're going to go like right to the front and somebody's going to be pulling out like at the exact second. You're like, I need a spot. You know what I mean? You don't know. Or
I got
somebody
it.
just grabbed your spot right before you got there and they're like, haha, that bitch is not going to have a parking spot. It's really hard to know. Don't you think? I know that's a deep thought for parking, Manny. Sorry.
Yeah, I
You're
had
going
to
to have to use
park
your
a
brain
block
cells?
away, so now I'm jogging over there
You're jogging.
to the
Okay.
place.
Wow.
It's either that or park illegally. I
Oh
just found a
yeah, I like
parking
that.
spot
I don't. It's really kind of like a
block
dice
away.
roll parking legally in California. It's just you don't want to do it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
sometimes I
matter.
do it. I put on my hazard lights on and I and I and I go for it. But it's fucking early in the morning right now, and I'm just not fully awake. So I decided to park a block away. Maybe it'll wake me up.
Mm-hmm.
I could have parked a little bit closer, but like I said, I haven't fully woken up, so my brain is really not, really
Your brain's not really there.
beast mode. Huh? Sorry,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't hear you. There's a
No, it's
train
okay.
station right next to me right now.
Now I got you. Your brain's
Blowing
just
up mine.
waking up. You jogging. There's a lot of shit going on, Manny. Yeah. Good job.
Okay, I found the apartments. Hold on, I got to go on mute.
Yeah, sometimes it's just too much. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then I was talking to myself. Cause that's the way it should be. Yeah. 11 o'clock a.m. here on the East Coast. We've got pretty low activity going on in the chat. Or I didn't actually check. And let me check now. What do you think about that? A lot of Shane St. Pierre. That guy, he is eating it up in the chat, guys. I don't know. Who am I talking to? I'm not sure. But I am. Snack to the future. Over and out.
I think I was talking while muted. Have you ever done that, Snacks, where you're talking and you forgot you're on mute?
That? No, I've never done that. That sounds funny. But you remembered to turn it off. Okay, good. Now you're back. Did you drop off your thing?
Yeah, I was just saying my first badge is a quad. Have you ever done a quad?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't run Instacart no more.
You don't Instacart anymore?
No, I work directly for the store now.
Oh, you do now? You do the in-store shopping now?
No, I'm a cool guy, and I just pick it up from the shoppers, and I just drop it off at the rich people houses.
Oh, so you're Uber.
I'm a drop man.
Are you doing Uber or
No, it's a company that just does it.
Okay, got it.
There might be other ones for other stores. Like I don't know what's around you, but likely some store that has in-shopper stuff. They run a private company that moves their shit to the houses, and they don't all rely on door dashes. So you could apply for those things, and you'll be better than probably most of the people that do those drops. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, for now, I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Right now, I got to go to a second apartment to drop off some more stuff for them. Anyway.
All right, you just go, just leave. Here anyway. Welcome back, Manny. Don't forget to unmute. Yeah, doing it this way for this job is like, it's like 4 days of doing a decent amount of work on Instacart or something for me. So I'm like, it just maybe that's in my area, whatever. But I was just like, yeah, I'd rather work the 2 days. I have to pretty much guarantee that it's gonna work out well. I realize the less that I'm driving, the less that I'm in danger of fucking up my car or someone else. So that's better. And I'd like to not be driving 5 days a week, but 2 days a week seems like I can keep my shit together for that. I'd rather do some other type of job for the other days. Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, I had a horrible experience recently where a dude driving a Ford Transit, which is 20,000 pounds in weight, was backing up. And when you're backing up and you have a backup camera, shouldn't you look at your backup camera at least, or turn around to see if there's anybody behind you, right?
I do it
Well,
all, and you know what? That doesn't even do it because sometimes I forget to even do any of that. So what I do almost every time is I just like throw it in reverse, hit the gas, and then immediately hit the brakes, and then look back and see is there somebody behind me. But at least I'm consistent with that. I don't just like say, hit reverse and be like, yeah, time to reverse. Like something in my brain is at least tripping. Like, no, you want to do that and you got to, but now you must check to see if you're going to squash somebody.
Well,
And that's like
this guy was backing
4 out of 10
up.
times it's somebody right behind. Go ahead.
So this was a scenario that I had that recently, like a month ago. That really just a horrible experience because I was parked and I was trying to make a left, but there was incoming traffic, so I was waiting, having to wait for traffic to die down, and then here comes this guy backing up for driving a 20,000 pound Ford Transit, uh, and he's backing up slowly. So I thought, okay, he's backing up slowly. He's obviously going to look at his backup camera or at least see that I'm behind him. No, dude keeps going and fucking hits me, and it wasn't a big hit, luckily, but still, at 20,000 pounds, any little bit of force with 20,000 pounds will crush your car, especially if your car is like a newer car, which are not the newer cars are not made with you know the same way they used to be made. So I got a little reminder on my rear bumper of that incident. But here's the thing, the guy was unapologetic and tried to blame me for it. Can you believe that? Oh my God. He tried to blame me for it because he knew his insurance rates were going to go up. So he didn't have nothing else but to pull the victim card when he was backing up him, into me. When he backed into me, that's his fault. But he didn't want to admit it. So what he said, what he did was he said that I ran into him. Oh my God.
It's like if you're rushing around trying to deliver stuff and something like that happens, it's just like I can't handle it. I jump out the car and I'm like the happiest person ever. Like somebody kissed my bumper or something like that. I'm like smiling. You know what I mean? Like, I want no bullshit happening at this, right? And if anything, I'm gonna try to act as funny as fucking possible and just get them laughing if I can. You know what I mean? Because that's the easiest way to handle somebody in the situation. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, is it perfect? Like nothing happened? Oh my gosh, that's a fucking miracle. And then I'll just try to walk away, just like a fast talking, happy person. But they're laughing already, so it's like, unless something really bad happened, I'm walking away from this. That's
Yeah, well, I pretty much did.
The
I
best
mean,
thing is to not ever let that happen ever, and to have eyes in the back of your
right,
eyes.
it was kind of, uh,
Your
yeah,
sixth sense needs a sixth sense. Do you know what I'm saying, Manny? You have to be the seventh son of the seventh son. You know?
yeah. Shit happened already. I'm over
You
it,
have to
but
see what's going to happen before it befores.
I'm over it. But I mean, I wasn't too happy about it when it first happened. I kind of overreacted, and I was like, I told the guy I was going to call the police, and his insurance is going to have to pay for it. That was not the best way to handle it, but I had never gone through it, and I felt like he did it on purpose. Because, like, I mean, dude, come on, man. You're backing up slowly. You should have enough time to think to check your rear view mirror, you know, or your backup camera. But yeah, I had to deal with that shit. Uh, luckily, no one got hurt. Just cosmetic shit to deal with. I have a perm. My insurance said they would cover it. I mean, they said they didn't find me at fault. Luckily, they realized that it was not my fault because
No
otherwise it
fault.
would have been like, yeah,
I
not a
was
fault.
it was a '01
My
Christmas,
premium was already
Christmas
high.
Eve.
I would
Picture
have
it,
been
Sicily,
paying more.
1938. It was Christmas 2021, and I'm out doing the job, and this little girl is trying to go Christmas shopping, speeding the fuck around, hooking around in a double whatever. Was it like a caution lane? Whatever the fuck middle lane is that you're not supposed to drive in unless you really have to be there. She flies around this, and I'm budged out of this lane maybe like 4 inches or some shit. and she catches just the edge of my front, the frame, not the actual bumper. Like there's almost zero. There's very very little damage to my vehicle, incredibly, and her vehicle tore up like a piece of fucking tinfoil, bro. Looked like I was a monster. You know what I mean? Trying to hurt somebody. This car just fell a fucking apart, guy. I never seen anything like it. And that car is totaled. I totaled a fucking other car, stationary. I was not even moving.
Wow.
Luckily, the insurance company saw it her way because she was like a young person with a lawyer for a mother. But I you know what I mean? What am I supposed to do? I'm not moving. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Do you have any points on your license? I have 2
No,
points.
that was a no fault too. I mean, how was I doing anything? You know, I'm in a car. That's my problem here. This girl shouldn't have been shopping on Christmas Eve. That's the deal. But you never know. You know, you're out on a holiday. It's just like, oh yeah, there's somebody that's not driving right, and that's why you need the sixth sense of the sixth sense of the seventh son, of the seventh sign in the eyes of the back of your eyes, in the back of your head. Do you know what I'm saying, Manny? You gotta have a feeling. It'll be one with the road.
I forgot how the incident occurred. How did it occur again? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear.
One with the bees. If somebody says, "Hey, drive safe out there," never say it back. If you're driving, you keep that good luck that they gave you.
What I'm saying is, you were involved in an incident where the woman's car was totaled. What happened? I don't know what happened.
She tapped my car while she was moving 35 miles an hour, and I was moving at like 1 mile an hour.
Wow.
Her whole side caught basically an angle of my front bumper, which was not my bumper. It was like the frame, I guess, that caught it. Because you can't tear apart a fucking side. Bro, it looked like you would be the Incredible Hulk and just like try to tear the side off of a car, like a Honda Accord. I was like, "There's no way this is."
How can something like that happen? I'm kind of flabbergasted.
Crumple zones, baby.
The what zone?
Crumple zones. It's made to get destroyed so that they can replace it and whatever absorbs kinetic energy.
Wow, shit. Freak accident. I call those freak accidents. I'm stuck in between a hard place right now and a rock because there's like construction people stopping. There's like 4 stop intersection, and I'm trying to go, but I can't. So it's like I'm stuck now on top of this. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that the bitch, man? Now I'm stuck here.
Do you believe in traffic, Jesus?
I usually can avoid, because I've been doing this for a long time, so I can usually avoid places where I'm going to get stuck. But today I didn't have my thinking cap on. I guess I forgot. Because what I should have done, I should have gone on El Camino and then gone on Rainstorm. That would have been better. But I didn't know there was something going on over here this morning.
Always choose the El Camino.
That happens. Okay, we finally got going. Yay. I was stuck for a minute. So I was supposed to deliver it supposedly by 7:59. It's already 8:10. I don't know how that happened. I'm fast too. My speed is fast. So there's that. 6 years of experience, and I'm probably one of the best workers in the area, more than likely. If I was to guess, that would be my guess.
I was told I was the fastest person on the platform.
They told you that? That's cool.
Like that there was no one else faster than me on the platform.
That's what's up. You got to be fast doing these.
I don't know what I'm like. You're making shit up, guy. And I'm thinking to myself, how could there be anybody faster than me? Yeah, and it made sense.
That's the way I look at it, because you gotta put everything into like perspective. Like all the shit that I have to do, like I do everything. Because I don't let the workers bag for me, because half of them are like a little bit behind, if you know what I mean. They won't keep the cold with the cold, or the, you know, that sort of thing. Produce with produce, or, you know, heavy items at the bottom. They won't follow that protocol. So I just won't take any chances, and I'll do the work myself. Roll up my sleeves and do the work myself. So anyway, so I never get any complaints from customers like, oh, poor bagging. I always get smart bagging, all that stuff, you know, all that good stuff.
You learned smart bagging. Wow, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Oh yeah, I got it all locked down, man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted
man.
to thank you for that recommendation a long time ago. I didn't believe you
I
about
got
it.
you on this fucking bullshit job. I'm so happy about it. That's amazing. It's so good. And you know who got me on it? Uber Josh. So all full circle. Yeah, that's funny, man. Funny. What something happened? Like I was like, I never need to buy new shoes, and that's a lie. And I think I kind of hurt my heel, or I don't know. I fucked up my foot a little bit, where I was like, man, it feels like it's got a fracture or something in there. It's just weird to put weight on. And I started learning this forbidden way of traveling, a way that I can't teach you, Manny, a way that I can't even recommend. But I'm able to travel using shopping carts in ways that no one really has ever seen before. Like, I am X Games quality shopping cart riding master, to where I don't know, you just have to do a short film on me or something. It's like I can't divulge what I know, but it's because I couldn't walk that I learned this, and then yeah, it just made me famous locally and globally. What's going on there, Chef Cooper? How you doing?
Howdy, Sax.
We doing it, man. We getting it popping.
Yeah? What you working on today?
What am I working on today? I don't know. I woke up, had to do something, and then I'm here talking to Manny for what seems like a while, and yeah, that's good. Good to catch up. And I'm not sure what the fuck I'm working on today. Probably gonna crank on some AI problems of strange complexity, and that'll be that. What you up to today?
Hail inspections all day.
What are you, FBI? Female body inspections?
No. I'm an insurance adjuster, so I got to go look at cars and count dents on hail.
I prefer the first vocation.
Yeah. This one's not so bad. It's better than it sounds. It's a good gig.
Yeah, yeah. I knew somebody else that did that. Yeah. Do you have a lot of those today?
Oh my god, bro! My local area got destroyed on Monday by a big storm. I did 28 hail inspections on Monday, and I've got another 21 today, and probably another 20 on next sometime somewhere in the middle of next week. It's just it's never ending. I actually just had another agency call me and was like, "Hey," because in Minnesota, there's basically a big list of all the state registered independent insurance adjusters that you can look down. So sometimes, when shit's crazy, you'll get like calls for. Well, this never happened before, but every once in a while, I got a call today. It's like, "Hey, we want to hire you or we want to interview you to pick up some of our stuff." So it's like, oh man, business is booming. I love being a vulture.
When it rains, it hails.
That's right.
Do you get paid like per service, or I guess you don't
Yeah,
get
I'm a
paid a
commissioner.
percentage? That would be immoral,
That'd
probably.
be crazy. Yeah, that would be crazy because I would just write higher. But I get paid a flat rate per. So I'm a commission based, sole commission on how many I write.
So how can the internet work for you? You've heard of this newfangled internet. Does it help you in any ways? Do you use it for your job?
Oh yeah, you know. Well, I mean, everything is basically like it's all like basically my whole business runs off of CCC estimator, and that's how insurance companies send me assignments, and I send the assignments back to them with the photos or whatever. So it is literally all on the computer, basically. Stuff in the cloud. I've been trying to think of a way I can integrate some type of AI to make my job easier. And the only thing I could come up with is I maybe could teach it to write a summary of like I could give it like basically a form letter to fill in the blanks, and you could like look at the maybe I could get it to like look at the estimate and like be able to figure out like a summary of like what happened and write that for me. Or maybe even I don't know how flexible these systems are. Like if I have like
Oh,
Claw
you'd be
on
surprised.
my if I have like Claw on my computer, is there a way to set up like, okay, when you see this camera plugged into the computer, you need to dump all of the photos that were taken today into this folder? Is that something that it can handle? Can it?
Like so, like if camera is present on the system, then search for folder, take folder, put folder somewhere, and maybe erase the camera after that or something, or don't. I don't
No,
know.
don't erase.
Don't erase. Do not erase.
Don't erase.
Do you?
You never know when you're gonna, because all these files have to go in the cloud, so they all get compressed. But sometimes you need the detail photos before the claim, before it's settled up or whatever, in case there's like
you don't need an
court
AI
case
for that.
involved.
I would just run something like a persistent.
Is that just an automator script?
It'd be a persistent background script. So like whenever it's like maybe I don't know whatever every 30 seconds, it's like gonna look to see if there's like a change in the things that are there. If that thing's there, then it would do that thing. A Python script. I don't know how to use Automator. It's very mysterious.
So that's the Mac thing, right? Automator is the Mac program, isn't it?
Yeah. But a Python script will just do it anyway. It'll just like run all the time. Yeah, man. Or it can be. It doesn't have to. It can just be a one shot, or it can loop forever. Or just during your working hours, if you like only do these things at certain times, you can run that script. If not, like
Well, I
don't
have
know,
a work. I have a computer just for work, so I would just have it. Yeah. Or I mean, could you make it? I don't know. Could you just it could be just like a shortcut on the desktop that you click and it does it, right?
you could do that too.
What I really wanted to do is I would like, what would be convenient and save me a bunch of time is if when I plugged in the camera, it dumped all the photos into the folder, opened up the compression program, compressed them all, and then sorted them into individual files by what car, like by blocks of what cars, and then I could go in and name it with the owner's name or whatever.
Yeah.
God, I don't know if that would actually be easier or harder though.
Once you had it done, it would be easy. I created like a whole like weird scripting language, sort of. Yeah. Is there any need for it really? Boy. It runs like it's a quad script, so it can run 4 separate different scripts of different types. Like I could run a JSON, I could run a Python, whatever, in sequence, C++ or whatever. Just calls the scripts to go, It can put conditionals on those scripts to make those scripts run in a loop or a check for, like to look to see if something is there. Uh, different operational conditionals, and it's like a kind of like scripting if-then statements, but like per script, and then they run in sequence. So it's just.
What's the advantage of having it do
I
it
don't
in
even know.
multiple
Crazy.
scripts?
Oh, like uh check the local temperature reading for today. If the humidity is high, then I know that the computer is going to struggle already for temperature. So if that's high, then let's watch the temp today. We'll try to make sure it doesn't get too hot. We'll make sure we back it off, like give it an hour to cool off, maybe here or there for running stuff. It might be like a protocol you might use. That can be just like a little tile instead of like calling up a script. It's just like 4 colors in a square that the system can recognize and run. So I don't know. I'm not really sure, man. It's basically I can chain these together too, so they can run pretty much infinite script calls, and then it can loop back, right? Or that the daemon itself could call these as subscripts if like it gets hooked to wake up and do a thing. So that can be like an automator call, like, if something, then it could wake that script and then perform whatever it needs to. So that's the idea I'm trying to build, like something that really is very dangerous to have. And
So it's like a management. It's like a management AI calling on other scripts that are like preset.
yeah, or it could dynamically assemble variations based on a thing. So maybe like I'm always going to need to be able to check temperature and fan speed. Maybe that's something I always want to call. So that's just like an individual piece. Do you know what I'm saying? So that could be a unit that gets built into like a different function. Maybe I could use the temperature in a different operation. Or
I feel like
whatever,
I have a
man.
lot of trouble. I feel like I have trouble conceptualizing these,
I'm
like
having
the
trouble
way these
describing
programs.
Always.
Like I'm imagining, like right now, I'm imagining like a pyramid, like with a like a big AI on top, and then it's filters down to a bunch of little scripts.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you could do it like that, where that's just the top manager. But for what you actually need for your job and camera thing, you don't need an AI for that. You just need like ChatGPT to code you like a little loop, and then you're good to go.
It's a good idea. I should look into that.
Yeah, it's fun. Once I get like kind of my brain all like limbered up in this type of coding, I start to get better at it, like over the weeks. So I'm starting to think a little bit better about loops and shit. Syntax, it's a mother. Yeah, I think pretty much every sub project I've tried to do on this, I'm like trying to compare my like what I'm doing to other like cool people who do this type of stuff or who work with agents and all that. And it's I'm weird is what I understand. I'm pretty different as far as my approach. But people like it. Certain people like they're really like, "Oh man, like I see what you're doing." I'm like you sound weird too. you probably do like this. Was like every regular person just trying to like whatever get a buck out of it, is like I might now what I want to do, right? Is I want to scrape Facebook, yeah. And then I'm like, oh, well, that sounds fucking noble and interesting to do,
Well,
I
that's
don't
kind
know.
of
It
the paradigm I'm stuck in. Is I kind of view AI as like a hammer, and it's like, okay, how can I use this hammer?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a hammer, all right. You can make other things that are hammers too. Like I just made like a little searchy, like it's like an info drill. It kind of just goes through info and just like pulls and like reconstructs like what's important out of it. Kind of like condenses. I guess it's good for a summary, but it really pulls core ideas more.
Is that just the language model doing that then, or is
That's
there
it's Python. So
that's
it's just like
Python pulling out? How does Python determine
it's
what's
called.
important?
It uses a it looks at each sentence and it pulls like what's called like a string in a string or regex, I guess is what it's really using to search. It's using this function to like understand if there's like uh yeah, like certain types of words around another word to denote that that word actually is the important center. So it might be a directory structure. It might, who knows what that core thing concept comes back to, but it starts to try to just branch it out and map. Uh, it's just based on Python. What the word extracts are, and it forms 6 different layers of analysis, and then it checks it against it, and tries to pull out the truth from shit.
Interesting. Okay, I gotta go inspect this car. Talk to you later.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Which anyway, I think all of that jazz I was talking is already stuff that the LLMs are doing. I'm just trying to do it before it has to hit the LLM, so the LLM, and I'll stop saying that 3 letters, will be. It doesn't have to do that work. I'm trying to do the work before it hits the AI, so the AI feels super strong, powerful. Like when I eat a White Castle hamburger and I feel like a giant creature eating a regular size hamburger.
What up?
There he is. What's happening? Let's just get back to my codings. What you have to, man?
We'll get this going.
Been trying to. We had a little bit of the engine almost turned over. Got some air in the
Yeah, I
line.
hate that.
I'm not sure.
I hate when it almost happens and it's like, oh shit.
It's like but Cooper will be back in a sec. Maybe not a second, but soon. I'm sure Manny will return later. And what? Nothing else? Yeah, nothing else. So that's been good. I did not have a conversation with Andy while you were here, also not talking. So that we did that. In the hour before, that'll wrap up the morning review. Where are we headed here for the afternoon? More circles? Possibly? I'm not sure.
I completed that damn quad. Finally, Jesus. Took me
There
90
you go.
minutes.
90
I could have done
minutes.
it faster, but I had a little
4 people, food on their tables.
sleep. I forgot to do a few things like look at the directory. I delivered, the second delivery was to his apartment complex that I hadn't delivered to in a while. And so I just kind of I forgot to look at the directory. I thought it was for like a old customer of mine. So I was like, okay, I don't need to look at the directory. Let me just go in. And then I went and it wasn't that. I was looking for 69, door 69. I went to 30. So I'm like, so I did a whole lap around the building, and then until I finally saw the director, I'm like, okay, I need to look at the directory apparently because I can't find it. And then after that, I found the spot, and
Oh, I
then
feel
I
like
had
this
to
is
get
like a
back.
chick giving me a list of shit she ate, bro. For
I have all
lunch.
stop being disrespectful, man. I'm trying to tell my story here. Shut the fuck up and stop acting stupid. I'm telling my story about my quad that I just delivered, and you're over here talking shit. Are you done?
Yeah, we're just
Chill
trying to
out.
get on a topic. That's
Chill
all.
out, Manny.
We're
Chill
just
out.
gonna
Oh,
get
you
like
just
a
stop.
real top. We gotta get like a real
Make a
topic going.
quad. I'm trying to tell a story of my quad. Now this guy
The
interrupts with
story of
bullshit.
your
I'm not
Hey,
quad's
gonna
not gonna
finish
get
the
it
story.
popping.
do you guys know each other?
Okay. I'm not gonna finish the story anymore.
Oh
Let the
no,
other
Manny.
jerk that started talking
Jeremy's great
talk. Go
here.
ahead. You have the mic, jerk.
It's Jeremy. Thanks, though. I'm just saying, bro, we got to get on like a real topic because like telling a story about a quad, it's not going to get it popping here, bro.
No, that's not poppin' type material. But we're just on was it like life support?
Yeah, we're trying to get this going.
I was just telling
Yeah,
Snax my story about my deliveries because me and him do the same job. But obviously, you want to talk about something else. What topic do you want to talk about, sweetheart?
All right, don't get your
I'm
feathers.
gonna
off.
hold your hand while you're at it.
No, we catch up. If you want to hit me up in the side chat. We'll talk about this quad later or something like that. Jeremy's just trying to like we're trying to just see what happens here.
Jeremy wants to talk about flat Earth.
No, we could talk about
You
anything.
want to talk about flat Earth, Jeremy?
Let me I'll explain it to you. It's
Are you bored?
right now. See, the only people there's Geo, which is 2 accounts, and there's Jeremy and me and you, right? And so what Jeremy and I are thinking is that if we start having an interesting topic, it will be that other people will bump in, they'll join in, and then they'll try to like join in that topic. And while I find it fascinating that you are doing Instacart right now, that's not what we call pop-in type material. But that's sometimes there's a time for that. I'm just saying let's team up.
Is
Let's
Jeremy
three
a
of us
blurb
team
or
up.
is he a glower?
We're all on the same. Jeremy's like a superstar moderator of this joint here. He keeps everything running right.
I keep computers puting, bro. I'm top 5 flat earther, bro. All right. I don't know how you ain't heard of me. It's fine
All
if you
right.
haven't.
Nah, I never
Welcome.
heard of you.
It's fine.
Well,
It's fine.
This is the first
Welcome.
time meeting me,
It'll
man.
take it a
I
few
thought you were a
minutes for the brain
co-worker.
cells to grow and for Manny to learn all this stuff like that. But just understand, Manny, that I respect Jeremy quite a bit. So you need to help me out with this, and we need to form a 3-member Voltron or something like that so that we can get this thing popping.
Okay. No worries.
That's the idea. I'm
Some
just laying out the idea.
misunderstanding this
We're on the
morning.
same
That's it.
page now.
Misunderstanding.
But I'm happy you're done with your. That was 90 minutes of a lot of work you just did. So thanks for being here.
I'm glad
Anyway,
you got
Jeremy,
your
what are you
quad
thinking?
going. Yeah. I mean,
Let's try to get this quad going, bro.
we talk about all kinds of topics. It don't have to be flat earth, like just something dope. You know what I'm saying? Something interesting.
I didn't. No worries. Oh yeah. Hey, Jeremy, have you heard of the fittest flat earther? And if so, what's your opinion on him?
Have I heard of the what?
The fittest flat earther.
No. Is he jet
Saw you,
like
Jeremy.
he chiseled rock like a gargoyle or like what's up?
It's a channel that has a lot of subscribers, but he just came out of nowhere one day, and now he's got a bunch of followers on Facebook. I think he's got over 1 million, and he claims that certain celebrities are fallen angels and shapeshifters, and he claims to be a flat earther or the fittest flat earther. So just thought I would hear your opinion about his channel, but you had never heard of him, so never mind.
I mean,
Well,
does
we
he
were ranking different flat earthers or they're different channels yesterday. I don't know. We weren't doing them on their physical prowess, though.
And apparently, some guy named Jake the Awake, or he used to call flat Earth asshole.
He's
I remember that
guy has had
Yeah.
more brand changes.
Right. So that guy, he's apparently now I don't know if it's some sort of a funk between him, the fittest flat earther, and him. I don't know. It could all just be they could all just be a part of the same agenda. What's that? What's that Freemasonic saying where they, something about weaving? I'm sure what's his name, Snax can remember the quote about the Freemasonic.
No, Grenade Head's got it. You tell us, Grenade Head.
Well, I don't know anything about Masonic anything.
Weaving spiders come not here. Yeah, you know it.
I'm not a Masonic
Expert?
individual.
I feel like
You're
you
an
all
expert
might
on
be
it?
a part of the same team, faking the
Scholar.
funk, so to speak.
You're a
Like
master
they're
of the
faking
occult,
like they're
Grenade Head.
fighting one another, kind of to like divide and conquer. But anyway,
I just
that's
got
just my.
kicked out of a flat Earth server.
So, how do you think the Globe is winning today, Grenade Head?
Why?
What's going on?
Hold
3-6.
on. What'd you get kicked out of? Right.
You got kicked out of Quaps.
55,000.
What's up?
They didn't like that.
Hold on, they didn't like what?
So I asked him why
Grenade,
Melbourne, Australia.
you're breaking up, Grenade. Who kicked you out of where? Say it with your chest.
Africa. If you go between all three of them and return back to the one that you started from, that is about a 20,000-mile trip. How is that on a flat Earth? How does that
Grenade,
even work?
what server did they kick you out of?
Oh, the one over in the English conversation server that's got a 24/7
Where did the
flat
server
Earth
touch you?
debate room.
The English
Uh,
conversation
I,
server?
yeah, I got it.
You talking
Yeah,
about the Gem Panda one? They're English. No, Gem Panda is
Like, is
audio.
there a
no,
lot of
no, not
British
not
folks?
gems. No. It's where the 24/7 one popped up again after they got kind of canned out of the politics one.
Where'd they pop up at? Like a cuckoo
Uh,
clock?
I when I pull over here in a little bit, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna pull over. I'll send you the link so you can.
That don't work, bro.
And
Cuckoo clocks pop out, not up.
yeah, but they booted me out. First, they booted me out of the text chat yesterday when I asked it, and then today they booted me out in the voice chat. And you know, they said I was straw manning them. I don't know how that straw mans them, but
You're
whatever.
unhinged. You're unhinged. Yeah, I don't know how dare you.
Yeah, they say they don't use they don't have a model, they don't have a map. I'm like, well, that's very convenient. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
they don't know what the sun is, they don't know what the moon is, they don't know how the stars and the skies work. They don't know. Of course, they say the stars and skies don't have anything to do with what's happening on Earth. They don't know where the stars go at night. You know, if it's a celestial sphere, then it's a sphere and it's going around something, and they'd have to go underneath the Earth or something. They can't do that in their head. They don't know how that would fucking work.
I like to
So
think of the sky as a lenticular lens.
yeah,
And everywhere you go, that's your angle to it. And we all
they're
see different things. Like remember when you had the little transformer 3D hologram thing? And you'd be at
right.
one spot and you see the one thing, and then you move to another spot and you see him like in a different form. The
Yeah,
little transformer hologram would be like a robot, and then it'd be like a car.
right. But
Like if the sky was like that, that'd be
it works
crazy.
uh, pretty much the same way, regardless of where you are. You know what I mean? It's like, there's millions of people on the planet or billions of people on the planet, and they look up at night and they don't see a little flashy hologram. They see something that's consistent all the time. You know,
So no, that transformer. First of all, this would be obviously better than the transformer hologram, but that transformer hologram was consistent. Like you looked at that angle, you saw that thing.
right, right. But then with that one, you could only see, like two choices. I think they could make them so you could see three choices.
Oh,
But
they got him way good now, bro. And we're talking about the fucking sky. So whoever made that one's probably the best
oh
at
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Whoever can make trillions of stars and planets could figure out how to figure that one out, huh?
I also like the idea of it's sonoluminescence. I mean, bro, I think there could be upper ponders. You ever heard of an upper ponder?
No, and I really
Get
don't need
excited.
to. I got to get excited now. Oh my God, is this
Get
another?
excited. It's like your alien. It's basically like your aliens, except they're coming out of layer cake up there. It's not important, but it's basically aliens. So, get
Is it a
get
little like the
excited.
Thor
Right, right.
movie?
Is that like that guy on the History Channel? I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
That's
You-
like Thor, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like if we were in a layer cake, like everyone likes to talk about otter ponders. That's neat, but think if we were in like a layer cake, right? Like we're on one layer, and then picture someone on a layer above us, like dug down and got through the thing, and then
Yeah,
like dropped in to say hi. Fucking aliens.
Hey, it's aliens.
People in flat Earth are like, no aliens. Like, bro, fuck that. I love aliens. I'm not getting rid of aliens. Is how I got here in the 90s.
Well, we just finding more and more, molecules of life on Mars and all these asteroids. It's got to be aliens. It's got to be. We're seeing DNA everywhere, or at least the precursors of it.
Looks like it's like a fun weekend. Just DNA everywhere.
Yeah. DNA everywhere. Just don't turn on the black light. It'll look like a Jackson Pollock painting. Some people don't get that reference, but whatever.
Abstract
Oh, yo, we're
expressionism,
supposed to
anybody?
talk about East. We're going to talk
Actually,
about
Pollock,
East. What's up, Grenade? Go ahead.
We can say
what are we
Paul's not
gonna?
abstract expressionist.
Pollock had an eye. The key thing in his eye is he knew when to stop, because his paintings have certain ratios built into them. And I don't know how the hell he ever did it, just dropping paint on the damn canvas.
You drinking, but also like they're rhythmic, and they're
Right.
about like what paints he had in what proportions available to make the things. Not everybody can Jackson Pollock paint. Manny's probably tried. Anyway,
Yeah,
don't
we
turn
got
the
to
black
do
light on.
East. We got to do East on the
Anyway,
globe. Go ahead, Manny.
I was my bad. The
Hey,
quote
Quinn,
I
you
was
can have
thinking
whenever
about
you're ready.
earlier
Okay.
is, "Oh, what a
I'd
tangled
like a
web
double
we
cheese
weave
with ketchup
when
only,
first
Hold
we
on, Manny,
practice
real
to
quick.
deceive."
Grenade, you're
and
hot micing, Grenade.
It's like I fucked everything up right there.
Grenade, you're hot micing.
just a regular
Fucking A, I gotta move in the hot mic room. Hold on.
I thought he was
single hamburger.
trolling Manny.
I think he's ordering
And
something, breakfast or something.
I'm believing
a
that now.
large.
I thought that was just a fancy way to troll you.
No, he's ordering his breakfast somewhere. I don't know where. But
Double egg,
the
possibly. But what would you call into a Dunkin' Donuts though?
Dunkin' Donuts. I was just thinking about the quote that I couldn't think of earlier. I Googled it. I was trying to say, "Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive."
That's
So
That
I'm
a
not
Wu
thinking,
Tang?
Freemasons. That has nothing to do with Freemasons.
Is that a Wu
well,
Tang quote?
kind of it does, but
No, well,
it,
isn't it Benjamin Franklin? Or no,
according
it's
to
Shakespeare. What the
AI,
fuck is it?
it
That's
means that
Hamlet.
lying or acting dishonestly creates complicated problems that quickly spin out of control. The phrase
I
highlights.
know what it means.
Okay, but the origin, you asked the origin, supposedly it comes from
Okay.
Sir Walter Scott's 1808 epic poem, a tale of Flodden Field. I've never heard of this. A tale of Flodden Field. Okay. Anyway,
Well, now we know. That's
Grenade, you're
amazing.
hot
Wow.
micing.
Oh, I'm at
Grenade
Wendy's.
still hot
Sorry.
micing.
Okay.
Double egg, double cheese. That's going in your permanent record. It's not my call. It's really not.
I missed a lot of what you said, Manny.
earlier I was talking about the fittest flat earther, and you've never heard of him, and I said that him and Jake the Awake, formerly known as Flat Earth Asshole, have some sort of fake funk or beef, or it might be real, but I think it might be. It could. There's a chance it could be fake, and it could all be a part of the tangled web that they weave to deceive the masses, but or the flurfs or the flat earthers. But anyway, I digress.
Flat earthers are easily deceived, so it can't be too tangled.
Why do you think that, Grenade?
Well, there's substantial amount of evidence that the Earth is spherical, and huge amounts of industry basically depends on it for their existence and their profit. Oh, all right, thank you. Um, so, so the people who are doing flat Earth, uh, for the most part, they don't understand physics. They don't understand science. They
Here
don't
we go.
understand the history of
This is the
things.
script, everybody. He's reading the script. Great job.
No, I'm not reading. I'm not reading a script. I'm just saying that's my understanding of flat earthers because I've been listening to them for about 10 years, and
Okay,
they don't
let's figure it
understand
out.
physics.
Okay, let's go over the math. What
Bro.
formula? Let's see. You say this is like a 10-year thing. Let's see how you're knowledgeable you are. Can you tell me what math or equation or formula you use to determine the curve in 1 mile, please? Thank you.
I don't use a formula. I've actually circumnavigated the planet myself. But
So wait, hold on. You've
so
never in
you
10 years you've never figured out how to determine the drop or curve in 1 mile?
I know how to do it just empirically. I mean, I kind of know how to do it. But the main way I've seen evidence of a curve is through various different transom readings I've done over my lifetime, doing various different projects I've been on. So I know there's curve, but me trying to convey that to you over the internet here isn't going to help you at all one way or another.
Okay, thank you. Well, this is the thing we're encountering with the Globers. The Globers will come here and just read or just say what they've been programmed to say because essentially this is like malware. So you just come here. A lot of the Globers will come here and say "Well, the flat earthers don't know the math, they don't know the physics, and then when we ask them questions about the globe, they reveal a lot of Dunning Kruger, and they just reveal that they don't know what they're talking about. So
Oh,
it's
what
odd.
I hear from a lot of flat earthers is that they don't know what the sun is, they don't know what the moon is, they don't know what the things in the sky are or why they do what they do. They don't know. They don't have a map. They don't want to commit to a map because once you commit to a map, then you've got things you can measure against it. Then you can actually test it. They don't want to commit to a map. Um, you'd think that after 10 years, they could easily create a map. You could create one just using the internet if you wanted to, doing pings between users. You could take all the users on a server and ping them all, and you could begin building a map of just ask them, where are you at? And then ping them and find out what the time, distance was. You could figure out, the shape of the earth fairly easily. I don't know why nobody's never done it. You could do it from the comfort of your own home.
That's crazy.
And it's not crazy.
That's
It's
crazy.
easily doable.
Here's the thing. There are some of my guys I would agree they don't know some certain things, but some of us know some things, and I mean it's usually the Globers that don't really get the stuff right. Honestly, in my eyes.
We don't get it the way you think it's supposed to be. We get it right. It's just you guys don't understand how it actually is. So you're saying that we're getting it wrong.
No, I think you're just getting it wrong. Like the way science works and physics, just tons of stuff. Like I feel like you guys are just getting it.
How how
It's
can the
all fucked up.
scientist get scientists wrong? How can scientists get science wrong?
I'm talking about you
They're
guys
doing
in
it.
here. I'm talking about you guys in here are getting it
But many
wrong.
of us in here use science every day. They're actually actively doing science
You
all the
think
time.
they think it's science, but they're really doing pseudoscience. They're not doing actual science.
That's
How do you
right.
do science in a scientific field? And there are people within this server and in other servers that you come across over the years that that have degrees in physics and chemistry and astrophysics and so forth, and they're doing science on their daily life, their daily job. They're getting paid to be scientists, and you're saying that they're doing pseudoscience. That's a pretty
Some of
bold
them
move on your
we'd
part.
have to get specific at this point because now it's just like vague and ambiguous. This whole
Well,
thing
you
is
know,
just dripping with
like
ambiguity.
you got, you know, BD's a doctor. I don't know, you know, BD. You've heard of him?
Oh
He's a
yeah, he's
doctor.
real. That guy's real professional. That guy,
He is.
he strikes me as a doctor. Yeah,
He is a doctor. He knows
he's
what he's
super
talking about.
professional. I can tell.
Right. And then you got NASA Shill.
Oh,
Uh, I,
he's fucking too legit to quit. MC Hammer. Yeah,
right,
he's
right.
what's he
So,
do?
I,
He's
you
supposed
know,
to be some kind of scientist.
I believe he puts satellites in orbit. He monitors them and does stuff like that. I think that's what he does.
He
So
doesn't. All he does is he doesn't do that.
if he's the one I'm thinking of, there's another guy that does work for a telecommunications company or a satellite company, and he's never said who, but he puts equipment up in space. If it's not NASA Shill, it's another one. There's another one I can't remember the name of. Um, there's all kinds of scientists that do pop in here. Usually they don't stay very long, mainly because flat earthers are talking nonsense, and it's just you can't teach
You know
people
the
who are
last
unwilling to be taught.
yeah, the last PhD physicist that was in here, that guy John. Uh,
I,
he doesn't know
I,
if a car. Yeah, hold on, man. This guy's a PhD physicist. He doesn't know if a car or a tree. Like I had him in a scenario where he's driving around all day doing his groceries, running errands, and then he hits a tree, his favorite tree that's been there for 50 years, hasn't moved, in outside of his house. He doesn't know if the car or the tree fucking moved. All right. So you tell me what good these physics are when they don't
wait a
know
minute, he
what's
doesn't.
actually they don't know what's actually moving anywhere, anytime. He said it's silly to even ask what's moving. This is PhD
Well,
level physics.
it's all moving. That's in their head. It's all moving.
The tree or the car. No, he doesn't know if the tree moved into the car or the car moved into the tree.
Talk about
Well,
nonsensical.
Yeah, it's
well,
fucking
you
ridiculous. It's like
you can
a
you can look at
small
the situation
child would
from
know
both
this.
views, and that's what makes him a good scientist because he's able to look at it from both perspectives. He can look at it from the tree's perspective, and he can look at it from the car's perspective.
Yeah,
That
and when you
makes him a
look
good
at it,
scientist.
when you look at it from the tree's perspective or the car's perspective, either perspective you're looking at it from, we know how trees and cars work, and we know which one was moved into the other thing, and not vice versa.
But
He
right
doesn't
now,
know. He doesn't
I'm
know. The
in a
PhD level physicist doesn't know, but everyone else on Earth actually knows how trees and cars work. They
well,
know.
I'm in a car right now, and I'm driving, and for all I know, it's a movie playing in front of me. My car is sitting still, and the movie of all the terrain going by is a
This
movie.
is what we're dealing with.
That's
It
fucking
looks like it's
stupid, though. Like, you
looks
know
like
that's
the
nonsensical, though. You
it
know
look.
that's not true.
But you know what? That's the way the Polynesians, you know, when they row their boats from island to island, they perceive it as if the rower in the boat is pulling the island towards them.
Who
That's how they perceive it.
cares?
Did you ever hear
It's
that?
fucking stupid. No, I just
No, no,
heard it now
no.
for the first
It's
time. That's almost as dumb as the tree and the car thing, though.
now it works for as a motivational thing for them. It makes them think that they're strong enough to pull the island towards them, which keeps them rowing. It's a
Yeah, people are
psychological thing.
delusional. Now we got people walking around thinking they're cats. So
But there's nothing actually wrong about it. The math works both ways, whether you're from the perspective of the rower pulling the island towards them, or if you're from the perspective of the rower rowing towards the island. You know,
no, there
the
is
math
something
works the
wrong with
same.
it. There is something wrong with it. The physics doesn't work of having a tree planted in the ground and a car filled with gas, fully functional, and the guy stepping on the brake driving it. Nothing works about having the tree moving into the car and not the car moving into the tree, which is actually happening.
First, theoretically,
No, not theoretic, not in any way. No, in no physical way does the tree move into the car. It's always the car moving into the tree, unless you got some kind of weird setup.
versus moving
However, we
around
know how
them.
trees and cars
You know,
work. We know how trees and cars
I
work.
know we do. I
We
know we
know
do.
that the
But,
tree.
but
Bro, hold on a second,
from a
bro. Can you hear? Can you guys
physicist's
hear me?
perspective, yeah, I
Yo,
can hear you.
yeah, we're not worried about what it looks like. We know about the whole relativistic thing, right? Who gives a fuck what it looks like? We're worried about what's actually happening in physical reality. And the PhD level physicists didn't fucking know if the car in a tree was the ones which one physically moved into the other one. He kept going with the relativistic, oh, it looks like thing.
Right. Because that's the kind of science he does. That's what he works with.
No.
So
Okay, you're telling me science.
To him, it's doing both.
PhD level physics, science. They don't deal with what's actually happening in physical reality. They just do with looks like.
Well, physical reality is actually way different than you actually imagine. You think all these objects around you are solid and stuff, and solid is like a weird thing. These things are just shaking points of energy.
Dude,
That's
you're
all
off the
they are.
rails, bro.
They're just little shaking,
you're
vibrating points
unhinged,
of
bro.
energy. No,
Yeah.
everything are just shaking points of energy. That's all it is. The faster they're shaking, the less time they experience. Photons that have been moving through space have experienced no time whatsoever. Because once you're moving the speed of light, time doesn't exist for you. So when that photon that may have come from the Big Bang, when it enters your eye, the time frame between the Big Bang and the moment it enters your eye, there's no time. To it went from the Big Bang to you instantaneously. It didn't experience any time whatsoever.
All right, man. What's that got to do with the thing we were talking about with the car in a tree?
Well, it's just different perspective of things. We know the photon traveled across, the immense
You don't know that.
immensity
You
of the
don't know
universe.
that. No, according to the PhD physicist, you never know what's moving. Oh, you're like
Well,
Robotting or
I think
something.
with the,
You can.
I think
You don't
I
know
think
that
the
the light
physicist was
moves. The
basically
PhD physicist would tell you that he doesn't know that the light moved. You never know what's moving. To even ask what's actually moving is silly, according to him. You guys have no
right
idea
because he can
whatever.
jump from any perspective
Anytime
he
there's
wants.
ever anything. All right, man. Go ahead, bro.
Well, he can readily jump from any perspective he wants. His frame of reference could be anything, and that's basically what he's telling you because he can't tell which frame of reference. Different frame of references would be useful during different time periods or different things that you're doing. Sometimes you want to look at it from the car's point of view. Sometimes you want to look at it from the tree's point of view. So as a physicist, I can understand his answer. His answer is true for a physicist. For you and me, that's not true, but for him, it is.
Hey, Jeremy,
No, for
I don't want to
for a
interrupt, but I know
physicist, it's
Eden
not.
had
Can I
some
respond to
really
that,
important
please?
questions. Oh, my bad.
Can I just
No,
respond to
no,
that? For
Pinky, I'm not interested. Thank you. I'm about to have some lunch. I'm just listening and thank you. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I don't know, man. That's the combo that never ends because they think physics isn't dealing with physical reality and they just want to go with what looks like in different reference frames. What were you saying, Pinky?
Oh, Eden had some. He was challenging Globers to answer some questions, but he doesn't want to do it anymore. He changed his
Well,
mind,
you
I
can go
guess.
through it if you like. Walk us through how you determine curve in 1 mile. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, are you going to respond to it? You just said you weren't interested. Are you interested now?
Well, yes, sir. I'll listen in and I'll chime in. I'm just about preparing some lunch here. It's 12 o'clock. Thank you.
Okay. This one. So when you say how much curves in a mile, it's a tough question because I don't know if you're talking about what's the distance to the horizon, how much of something beyond the horizon would be hidden. So I picked this
No.
formula I like. This
No,
formula.
we're talking a basic curvature per mile on the globe. We're not including any observer or anything like that. Just basic. How much curvature is there in 1 mile? What formula did you use or equation? Thank you.
Oh, that's easy. It's just distance divided by the circumference.
Okay, can you walk everybody through that formula if you've done this firsthand? And provide your
Yeah,
answers.
how far? If it's 1 mile, then 1 mile divided by the circumference of Earth. That's basic circle. That's like 8th grade geometry.
Okay, and what's the answer?
It's calculating. It's how you calculate an arc length.
Okay, what's the answer?
It's basically the central angle subtended by an arc of 1 mile.
Okay, can you read out the answer for us, please? Thank you.
Yeah, well, let me get my calculator out.
No pressure. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Well, I could do it as well. I'll do that. You were saying divide 1 mile by the circumference.
Are you using a pocket calculator, scientific calculator, solar powered, battery powered?
I just have the
So-
simple
cell phone.
simple default Mac calculator here.
Mac calculator. Interesting. There's a thing you may appreciate which is called Antinote. It is a little appy thing for Mac. Do you use Mac?
Yep. What's it called?
Antinote. If you had a note,
I'm going
it's
to be
the
installing a
opposite.
virus, dude.
Install the virus now. Accept all permissions. It has various different measurement calculation functions that you will find helpful in the various questions you must answer in Flat Earthedness. But also,
All you gotta do is download an exe file off the Pirates Bay
That's
and
basically.
install that.
I'll give it to you multi-part on my LimeWire. Hold on a second. Let me get you that.
You realize in the age of vibe coding, like the amount of viruses people are going to install is going to be off the charts. Okay, so the circumference, we'll take the equatorial circumference.
Hey, Thinky. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Why do you have a Star of David with this cross and a rainbow in the middle?
He's a gay Juminati.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
That's pretty much it.
Looks like
Yeah,
it,
that's pretty
says it.
much it.
All right.
Yo,
At least you
I
admit
think,
it.
yeah, I posted the link to the gay thing, Antinote. It's a gay portal. You can check it out if you want to later.
All right. He'll give me my knowledge. All right. The answer is 0.00004 radians.
How many arc seconds is that, arc second boy?
You can convert radians to arc seconds. You have to divide it by what's 3,600 times 60. Hold on, I got.
Like, why are you using radians, bro? You're throwing us off. We've been using arc seconds and
Well,
minutes.
well, I
and
do
shit.
want to say thank you, Pinky, for at least giving us one formula, one equation, and then doing it for us. Thank you.
What was the formula you used? 1.22.
No, it's just distance. It's arc distance divided by circumference. It gives you the central angle. The central angle is created by that arc. So that tells you that's the amount of divergence in plumb bobs. It tells you all sorts of things that you need to know about the globe.
There are
In
other
other words,
equations that people do use
if
as
you were
well.
to do the reciprocal zenith angles at whatever the distance is, you'd expect this when you sum those two, the sum should equal the result of whatever you get here.
Yeah, thank you. Pinky, other than that formula, do you know maybe one more?
Yeah, I posted one at 9 after the hour.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Maybe you've seen the ones that I've posted frequently, the a squared.
I haven't.
No, okay, I'll post this. I'll post it for you guys. One moment.
What's the rebuttal though? Are you giving Pinky a pop quiz or like what are we doing?
Well, essentially, I like to know how much research have they done, the Globers, of their own model. So I like to, especially after so many years now, I want to know if they've even tried to determine how much curvature there is in a mile on the globe that they believe. And the majority of the Globers that I've spoken with, they